Hi, you're listening to the M2 Archery Show. I'm Marco.
I'm Matt.
I'm Nat.
And we're just about a hunting season. It's like,
oh my word, I can't even wait.
It's like 2 steps away.
I'm pretty excited because for the first time in about, how old are my boys? In about 12, 13 years, I'm going to get a hunt and be the guy in front.
And
be the guy in front.
Because nobody in my family or friends can take my shot for me because I got the only tag.
That's nice. Right. How cool is that?
That's pretty exciting. I've only been waiting 24 years for that tag.
That's it?
24 years.
24 years for that tag.
And what, is it still going up?
I wouldn't doubt it. Tag creep, the way it works.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's going to continue to creep. Because I'm sitting at 19 and I'm like, is it going to continue?
Well, I kept thinking I was going to get it way back when I had like 14 points. And then it's like, oh man, no, it's still a couple years ahead of me. Still a couple years ahead of me.
The cool thing is you're going to have plenty of help and plenty of callers.
Yeah.
The bad thing is you're going to have too many callers.
Right. I'll just send everybody all, and it's like, darn it, how come that bull keeps going over to them?
Well, yeah. You gotta just have people scout out and find where the big bulls hang.
Yeah, that's actually what we're talking about. My brother's already... He keeps having like Zoom calls with me, showing me Onyx, and he goes, "Oh, this canyon here." He goes, "I'm pretty sure there's some good bulls hanging down in there," because he spent all last season hunting there,
right? And
then he's got his cameras up already this year, so we've been seeing what's up there. We got a few wolves.
Oh, really?
On the camera, yeah. One looked like he had mange. He looked kind of mangy.
Really?
Yeah, nasty looking.
Did he have an Acme box with him?
Yeah. Bunch of dynamite he was toting behind.
Putting up a big pile of stuff. There's a sign that says free bird seed.
Yeah, so I mean, man, it's starting to, I'm going, man, that season's coming up fast. I got a lot to get ready. Been really busy. Speaking of busy, we just released the podcast. So for me and my wife, that was quite a bit of work to get things out there. But if you want to go find our show anytime you want to listen to it, that's the beauty of a podcast, right? People have been telling me, we put it out on social media. My brother puts on there, finally. He's like, I've been asking for this for a few years.
I heard of a lot of it's about time.
Yeah, because people are like, I don't get up at 9 a.m. on Saturday.
Really?
Sunday.
Is that?
Yeah.
Really?
No, there's a lot of people who don't.
You don't?
I do.
Oh, you do?
We do. Yeah, we all do.
I'm up at like.
But there's a lot of people who work all week, and then they're like, Saturday comes, I want to sleep in.
That's 9 o'clock would be not sleeping in. That'd be a coma.
Well, you'd be surprised.
There's been a couple times I've slept in.
The hardest time I have getting up in the morning is when I've been like scouting, because right now I'm checking trail cameras. And
chicken trail cameras?
Chicken trail cameras. the cell cameras, those suck batteries down like nobody's business.
I know. My boys went over to the Wenaha to add solar panels to my brother's cameras.
That's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Although I talked to someone else who did that, and they said, okay, so, and I'll put this little tip out there. There's a couple things you got to watch with solar panels.
They got to be pointing at the sun?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so sometimes people are like cutting limbs to make sure the sun comes in. But what you don't think about with that, if you're mounting your solar panel under the limbs where you cut, now that's, what happens to you when you get cut? You bleed, right?
Right.
And same thing with trees, but it's not blood, it's sap. And so if you cut these limbs above your solar panel and all of a sudden the sap just covers it, now your solar panel isn't working anymore.
Well, I was going to put one of those bigger battery packs, because mine has it where you can plug in that external pack.
You'll be like the guy from Christmas Vacation. He's like,
have lights everywhere.
Boom. Lit up.
You look down the mountain into town, you see the lights flicker in the city and just shut off. But I was going to put one of those bigger battery packs and then run a solar panel as well, because some of my cameras, I get down to the truck and it's like the last one I got down to the truck and it was already sending me pictures of bucks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm like, I've only been gone an hour.
Right.
And all of a sudden they're coming in. And you could almost sit there and watch the battery going. I was like, wow, that's sucking it down pretty quick. It's like, I just put those batteries in when I got there.
Right.
And now I'm like.
It depends on the camera, because my brother's lasted over a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My solar cameras actually lasted. I mean,
it wasn't solar. I mean, it was just batteries.
Not solar. My batteries.
The lithium.
The lithium batteries that I put into my cell cameras, not my...
Okay, not your solar camera.
Solar cameras. I have panels also, but I didn't do that last year.
He's looking at Marco, and all he can think is solar panel.
Right, because we both have our hats off.
Yeah. Well, I'm barely able to keep my eyes open right now. Just the glare is crazy. But Actually, they lasted almost the whole season. I don't think I had to replace one from August all the way through September.
Well, and it also depends on how hot the area is you set your camera, because when it's taking just tons of pictures, that will drain it.
And so same with how cold it is.
Here's the trick. If you want to have your batteries last, just put it where no animals are.
Yeah, just point it straight
It'll
up.
last forever.
It'll last forever.
Because
Look, I got a mouse.
I had 200 pictures on mine, and I'm going up to put new batteries tomorrow, and this morning it said 16%. I'm like, that's a week.
That's crazy.
That sucked the thing down.
Yeah.
That sucked it.
Yeah, so
Dude, and batteries aren't cheap. Like, I'm gonna get rechargeable batteries.
The
just
lithium
because-
ones are what, like 20?
Well, it depends on the lithium.
don't tell me because I don't look.
Energizer, by the way.
Don't tell me that. My wife might hear you.
Energizer bunny,
Lithium
batteries are the best. Now the black tops don't last as long as the full lithium ones, but they're the only ones that don't explode in cameras. Duracell will.
Really?
My Duracell lithium batteries, I've had like probably 4 cameras destroyed by them exploding.
I've never had a battery explode, but then I check them all the time too. So
yeah, I mean, it was just in there. A lot of times I'll put it in and I'll let it go for, especially in August, if it's not a heavily used area and I'm just kind of wanting to know what's in it. I get in 2 weeks or even a month, or like at the end of the season. Hey, did anything come through here? If I don't happen to
I was going to ask you that. Do you pull them at the end of season or the beginning of season?
Depends on the area that I'm hunting. So
How much time he has to get back?
yeah, I mean, a lot of times if I'm hunting a place that's going to be heavily rifle hunted, I'll pull it at the end of archery season. That kind of that gap between archery and rifle, I want to get my cameras out. So I want to deal with rifle hunters and them shooting my cameras or whatever.
I'm going to pull all mine before I leave for the season.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get so much snow up there anyway. It's going to be useless to have them. So,
but then I have private property, and then on my private property, I have cameras up right there.
There's a picture of that wolf with mange.
oh, that's an ugly looking wolf.
That is. It
Wow.
almost looks like a coyote.
Yeah. No, it
It's a
looks like a
No,
wolf.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm
But
just saying
because
it's
he's
like
missing
super
his
short.
hair.
Yeah, it just looks.
Poor guy. You should be putting food out for him.
Well, we're baiting the food for him
Yeah.
because he's on one of our salt piles.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Is salt your go-to?
Well, my brother put it
Over
out.
east, salt works really well. West side, not as.
I use the buck blocks.
Yeah, I mean anything over on the east side, you can get away with a lot of different minerals and stuff. Over here, they'll just barely care about it.
Yeah. See, I do those buck blocks that have all the stuff in it, and then I break them. So I'll take my knife and I'll cut it because I don't know how they're big.
Yeah.
They're pretty good size. What are they? 16 inches across, and
Yeah.
they're heavy.
Yeah, they're a good size.
So I do every week. I put half of a block into a spot. So I do is I take my knife and I just kind of scribe it and then drive my knife into it and pry them apart. So they're in half. Take half up and then I break that into like 8 pieces.
Oh wow.
Otherwise, what I've had happen is bears pack them off.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, yeah. They'll pick them up and just walk off with them. I'm like, dude, really?
Wow.
So I start breaking them up because you put them up there, and usually a lot of times the first pictures I get are bears. This time it's been a lot of bucks, but still a lot of bears. And then it's like you got your buck block there, and 2 days later it's gone.
Yeah, because those bears will sit on them and just eat.
I had a picture of one just laying on it. I'm like, what in the world, dude?
Oh, look at that. See,
Yeah,
That's a pretty good
That's
one
a
too.
cute little bull.
I mean,
7x7.
yeah, he's a dandy.
Oh
Why
man,
isn't he your go-to?
Oh, yeah, he's one of them.
Nat's got the
do
camera
like
out.
I think what I like about that other one I showed you is I like thirds.
Oh yeah,
Because thirds are typically what's weak in Oregon.
yeah, you got a thing for thirds.
Yep.
I do. I got a thing for. I got a third thing.
You know what? We need to put on.
That'd be
our
a good
Facebook
shirt.
page, your hit list.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I
So-
think that would be cool. Maybe I would like track them so that way when season comes in, they're hard horned. You can kind of see their progression if you have a couple.
Well, the problem is they're moving up. So a lot of the bulls we're getting now, then we're not going to see again until we move cameras or
the pictures I've posted of the bulls. I only do the night pictures because of terrain features, and so I'm very careful about
I see what
daytime
you're
pictures.
saying.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. We'll be back.
And we're back. You're listening to M2 Archery Show. Find us on Facebook at M2 Archery Show.
Find us on Instagram at M2 Archery Show.
Or email us at m2archeryshow@gmail.com.
Or go listen to our podcast anytime you want.
Anytime.
Isn't that beautiful? You can do it at midnight if you want, or 4 a.m. Whatever's a good time for you. My wife likes to listen to podcasts at like 5 or 6 while she's walking the dog.
AM?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
Walking the dog
she'll
at 5%?
put a podcast on and she goes, you know what? I put your guys' podcast on the other morning. She goes, it actually was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And she's not even an elk hunter.
Yeah, and see, I don't listen to podcasts. I'm up usually till 1 o'clock in the morning in the garage doing garage archery stuff. What?
What time do you wake up in the morning?
5.
5?
And you go to bed at 1?
And wake up at 5?
Yeah.
You know how I know you're
No
old?
wonder he needs to eat so much.
That's an old man thing, right?
Is it really?
Yeah, the older you get, the less sleep you need.
I know.
I've always
It's not
been-
happening to me.
That's like that just means I'm not that old.
I must be pretty young. Because I go to bed, I'm getting tireder and tired. I go to bed at like 9:30, 10 now.
I've always been like that, though.
He's almost retired.
I used to stay up till 11 almost every night, 11 maybe midnight, and now I'm like 10 o'clock. I'm fading. I'm turning into.
See, I think I get my best sleep during hunting season because
On the
like
ground?
middle of the day, I'll lean up against a tree when I'm hunting,
Yeah.
and I might just be like lights out for I don't know how long, not days. I'm not,
Yeah.
but I'm catching little cat naps here and there. Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. I love it.
Well, and it's archery hunting season is all about like it's a long season, and you get up so early,
but not long enough.
but not long enough. But you get up so early and you go to bed so late because it doesn't get dark until 8:30. So a lot of times if you're
hiking out in the
dark,
dark.
yeah, you're hiking out. If you want maximum,
There's times
You know,
you're 5 miles back and
Yeah.
you're leaving at dark.
You're getting back to camp like
you're
10
getting
o'clock.
back, yeah,
Yeah.
10, 11 o'clock, and then you eat something, you go to bed, and you wake back up at 3.
Oh, so
it's
here's
tough.
here's the key: the mountain house or the freeze dried stuff. If you put the water in it and let it just kind of like do its thing, you don't have to take the time to heat water and do that.
Yeah, it's just cold though.
It's cold. Yeah, that's the downside.
That is the downside.
I've done a lot of that.
Have you?
Oh yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it's
I've
not that great
I've
cold.
never even
It's not
tried
the
it.
same.
Yeah,
I tried it once. The only one I've ate cold is the ice cream one.
I bet that's not
the ice
That's
cream.
not. Yeah.
The ice cream you don't.
freeze-dried ice cream.
Yeah, but you don't reconstitute that. You eat it dry.
That's what I mean. It's cold.
I was like, what in the world are you doing, dude? It's like, oh, I gotta get my ice cream cold. He's out there with one of those old fashioned ice cream makers, just like a butter churn out there. Now it's going back to basic. He's
I was
churning
just-
butter.
I was just playing with you. I was trying to see if you.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were serious or not.
I know,
Sometimes
I was like,
sometimes
I know,
Nat
so-
comes up with some wacky stuff, and
I do it just to check if you're awake.
Just the check.
no, but I've done it where I'll put the water in the mountain house, close it, and you mix it up and whatever. But it's gonna reconstitute. It just doesn't do it as fast. So it takes hours.
Yeah,
But you can put it in your pack or just leave it at camp or whatever. And when you get back,
you're ready to go.
you're ready to go. Eating cold food, I mean, it's not great, but sometimes for me, it's like I just want to eat some and go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Or sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, and so then I need
he's got one on deck
So I need to
ready to
eat.
go
So
at
I've
any
done
time.
that.
Actually, I take it back. The one I have done cold is that granola one that has blueberries.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
good.
Just and it's actually good. I was like, man, that'd be good right now.
But see, that one you just pour it in there, you shake it up, and you're ready to go.
Right.
You don't have to like.
No heat, no water.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll get one before I go to bed. Get one with water in it and seal it up, and then when I wake up in the middle of the night, I mean, I'll wake up and I'm just. Am I the only one that does? Other
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
have got to
You're
do
the
that.
only one.
If you guys are out there and you do that, you need to send an email in my defense.
Everyone's going to be like, no, Marco, it's all you.
You are the only one who eats that much.
Well, I think what happens is I'm used to going to a lot of times I'll go to the gym at night. So I might go at 11 o'clock, go to the gym and get home and then be up, 1 o'clock. I'm getting in bed. And so when I get home, I might eat
What time
because,
does Karen go to bed?
she goes to bed like 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
Yeah. 10 o'clock if she's watching something.
Yeah.
My wife will be like, I'm going to put the baby to bed. And then I go in the bedroom and she's asleep and he's still awake.
Right. He's like,
He's bouncing off the
Yeah.
walls. Got you.
Yeah.
riding a big wheel down the halls. Now, because like a lot of times I'll go in and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go work on something, or I might do, I've got other stuff I have to do, books and
yeah.
stuff. And so I'll do that. Or lately, it's like if everything else is caught up, then I'll go out into the garage.
Right.
So it's like, I'm going to go work on some archery stuff because hunting season's coming up. So I'm doing a lot of tinkering with that.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. And
didn't know.
Then I might, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, I might be like, I'm going to go to the gym. And so I'll grab my gym bag and jump on the bike or get in the truck and go to the gym, work out for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and come back and shower and go to bed. So
Jeez.
I live a busy life, man.
Busy life.
I can't just do archery. Well, yeah, I kind of do a lot of archery.
I do a lot of archery.
But no, I think that's what's caused my eating habits to be like that, where middle of the night I'm hungry. So hunting season, I need to eat middle of the night. And I don't eat that much in the morning when I'm hunting. So I might grab...
I don't eat that much in the morning ever.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I have
I'm
to...
not a morning eater.
I have to eat, but those...
Has to.
No, he does.
Those oatmeal packets, the Quaker ones?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just tear one of those open and throw them back.
I have
No
no
way.
idea how you do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Oh.
Isn't it like chocolate? I mean, it's like the people who take protein powder and just
Yeah, see, I can't do
down
that.
it, or the.
Or you act like that's so
that
bad.
energy
There's no
thing.
way I
Same
could
thing.
take dry oatmeal.
Yeah, seriously, dry oatmeal with the powder, right? The flavoring.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like,
I just do that
No.
and then get my water bottle and drink some
Pretty
water.
sure I would gag.
I'm good to go.
Pretty sure.
that would be exactly like doing
Yeah,
protein powder.
I do 2 of those, and then throughout the day
Two
I'm
of those?
snacking. Yeah.
You do too. You just shotgun 2 of those.
Well, one water. But yeah,
You mix it around or is it
swish
down your throat?
No, I just chew that thing back. I'm not wasting time, man.
Do you chew the oatmeal or do you just swallow it?
Yeah, I remember. Well, I don't know. I chew it a little bit, but yeah, I'm not gonna sit there with a mouthful of oatmeal. And be like,
Oh my gosh. Does your belly feel full? Like, is it more round? Would that expand?
Think about it like this. I'm putting fuel in the tank. So when you go to the gas station, you're not like, hey, can you put that on the slowest setting just so it kind of trickles in there? You're like, no, man, fill me up. I've got things to do. Let's go.
You're on a race.
Let's go.
You got the race can where you just
yeah, boom.
done.
Hammer down.
But yeah, that's how I do it in the morning, and then I'll eat some protein bars throughout the day, and I'm just going. And jerky, I do a lot of beef jerky and stuff.
I do a bit of jerky.
But yeah,
sure.
I gotta
That's like the staple.
Yeah, you gotta have that fuel during the day, though. I mean, because you think about it, you're going from before the sun's up till after it's dark.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fuel you're burning, even if you're not walking the whole time.
Right.
Being vertical with a pack on.
Yeah, just
and
going,
then,
just moving.
And your senses are usually heightened because you're hunting. So you're more that heightened sense of awareness is burning. I mean, that's a lot of calories burning.
And you're
it's
just
that
walking way more than normal.
Yeah, and you're just like, you're walking on logs. It's just like you're using a lot of muscles, even the little muscles when you're just walking through the woods that you're using to stabilize yourself, going up and down things,
Stepping over sticks,
stepping over logs and
brush.
stuff. That's a lot of muscles that you don't
Powering
use.
through blackberry vines.
Dude, that'll
when I got
gas
to
you.
the top of that, I felt like I just run a marathon.
But those are a lot of muscles you don't use when you're just going for a walk.
Yeah.
So it's totally different. So you're burning twice as many calories. If you do a mile walk, like my wife and I have this loop we do and we walk in the morning, it's like 1.5 miles.
Right.
In the timber, that's like 6 miles, 8 miles
Right.
of equivalent. You're burning it way more calories. So you got to keep that fuel in there because you got to stay out longer and not lose motivation.
Unless you want to lose weight.
Unless you want to lose weight. And then
Which I do.
Need a deficit.
yeah, you'll be in a caloric deficit and you will lose weight.
Yeah, I remember that year we were in the snake together. I lost like 25 pounds on that trip.
I lost 20 pounds.
Yeah. I had a lot more to lose than you did, but
Well, yeah.
He was at a caloric deficit, and
So anyway, we got to take a break. Stop you there, but come back, and I guess we'll hear what Marco has to say.
And we're back. This is the M2 Archery Show. Find us on Facebook at M2 Archery Show.
Find us on Instagram at M2 Archery Show.
or email us at m2archershow@gmail.com.
And now you can catch our podcast anytime, anywhere at your leisure.
anytime, anywhere that you have access to podcast.
Right. Any platform.
Or intranet.
Or just, if you can't find it on your platform, go to our website, m2archeryshow.com, and there's buttons there for all of them.
Yeah. You just don't push the screen unless you have a touch screen.
Yeah.
So
you don't really have to explain that, Mark. Most people know that.
I don't know.
So bringing it into something that's actually cool, what's your go-to knife?
Cochrane knife.
For like skinning, gutting,
I couldn't afford one of those.
that kind of stuff.
I have to sell
They're
a
not
kid.
cheap. No, it's true.
But they are worth
You
it.
have a few to get rid of, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, put those kids to work, man. Why don't you start up Little Hands Construction? Get those kids doing some work.
Little hands construction.
You got to earn your keep. Come on.
right.
Dad needs a new Cochrane knife.
What about you, Nat?
I mean, I've used a lot of different knives over the year. I just like a good knife with an edge that holds and's got a gut hook.
Oh, yeah. Gut hooks.
I like gut hooks for unzipping them.
So you use the back of the knife?
The gut hook on the back of the knife?
I will use it just to open up all the legs and up the chest cavity. You know,
so fast.
Gut hook just makes it easy because you don't gotta like be careful and not.
Yeah,
Right.
For
Do
sure.
the two fingers with the blade between it.
Yeah.
What's the one with the butterfly?
The Benchmade.
Benchmade. So I run Benchmade.
I did a whole mule deer with a Benchmade.
I bought my daughter one of those razor ones. You change the blades out, and
That's
those
my other
actually
one.
work really
Are those
good.
really
I
nice?
have one that's really long.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yep, it works great
Those
because
things are
and you
great.
change the blade if they get dull.
Right, you just throw it over your shoulder. Then when you walk out, you got blades stuck in your feet.
Oops.
Ow!
No, those things are great. I love those.
Sharp.
They're sharp, but I won't only go with that. I'll have that plus I'll have.
I
my
usually
Benchmade
have like
one.
3 knives in my
Yeah.
pack.
I at least minimum have
And a
two,
sharpening.
How long
thing.
those change of blades? How long do those last?
one animal.
One animal. So you're not changing it when
Well, I
you're.
mean, the truth is, even with a decent knife, you skin one animal, and now you got to go back and sharpen. it.
Right. Yeah.
Sharpen.
So, and I a lot of times just will carry one of those, those pull through V sharpeners.
All right. Yeah.
And I'll carry one of those because in the middle of the elk, you can just hit it through there and
Yeah.
it'll actually liven your edge back up.
Honestly, you could probably do that with one of those.
You probably could. Yeah.
And like if it was feeling a little dull, had a couple of that because they're so thin and so sharp that they would probably sharpen up really easy. Well, never tried it, but I was just thinking, hey, that would
Probably would
actually
work.
out really
It
good.
depends on the angle of the blade though, because those
V's are on a specific angle.
specific
Exactly.
angle. Yeah. So you
But a
have
lot of them, you get one for like fishing.
oh right. Yeah.
know,
like the fillet knives.
Yeah, the
I use
fillet
those when I'm butchering at home.
Yeah, I actually do.
I
that too.
love the fillet
Full
knives. Those are just amazing.
So you get an elk down, right? Find it, you recover it, and you're 2 miles from your vehicle.
And you get your Cochrane knife
What do you
out.
do?
I call
Like
my
after-
sons.
Like,
Yeah.
do you gut it out?
I call
or-
my sons.
Or how do you process your animal? What do you do?
So I don't gut.
No, me either.
Nobody guts in here.
I haven't gutted in
Now-
decades.
When I'm all done, I might go ahead and pull the guts out because of I keep the heart.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm
And
not.
the tenderloin. Don't forget the
and
tenderloins.
Yeah,
But you can do that without gutting
Yeah,
it.
you can do that without gutting.
But
In fact, you can get the heart without gutting it too.
You do like the ninja.
rip it out.
You have to, if you cut out your elk, like so, we do the same thing. We go on the side, which I was on a bear hunt.
Skin it all the way over.
We killed a bear. My buddy's like, I don't know what to do. I always just gut him out and hang him. And I was like, well, it wasn't very far. It was like 100 yards, but it's 2,500 feet in elevation. And I was like,
That's like
In
a
100
cliff,
yards.
dude.
100 yards.
That's a cliff.
It's a cliff.
That might even be inverted.
That makes it fast for getting it down. It's
It
like,
was,
boom.
I mean, he shot it and it
The
fell.
problem is they needed to go up.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
we had to go back up.
Yeah, that's
we
the downside.
literally had to lapel off of the winch to get down to a place where you could kind of like side skirt this like little cliff, right? And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, he didn't have a pack. He didn't have anything, and he had never gone over like how to process an animal without gutting it out. And I was like, well, we're not going to take the carcass. Like,
Right.
I'll gut out a deer if I shoot a deer and it's close to the road.
Yeah.
And I can
Oh, yeah.
drag it, right?
Yeah.
Then I can hang it. Cool. I'll gut it out then. Outside of that,
I haven't gutted
I
an
won't
elk
gut.
in-
I won't gut it. I won't even gut an elk because I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
Right. It's like if you take it home, now you still got to go
You
get
gotta-
rid of
yeah,
all
you
the stuff
still
you would
gotta
have
go.
left there.
Exactly. So you might as well just
Leave
at
everything
least
you don't
quarter
want
it.
there.
Exactly. At least quarter it up, and then take it out that way versus taking it and trying to hang it and deal with that.
Well, and in that way too, if you're going to bone it, like I prefer to bone everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you could do that like my truck has most trucks have the bed liners.
Yeah.
You just lay the quarters on the bed liner and bone them out right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, get those bones out like now.
Yeah, you want to get that. But the quartering method is super cool. I would look at it up. It's gutless method, but they're laying on their side. And it depends. Right away, you have to look at the animal and decide: am I going to take this cape or not? Am I going to head mount the animal or not? Because it's going to decide how you're going to process this animal.
Yep.
And you got to make sure you look at that first and really make that yes decision, because you're gonna have to buy a cape or figure it out. Or if it's a really big mature animal, you can trade your cape for maybe like a Euro mount or a good down payment for your Euro mount.
Yeah, but if you're not concerned about the cape, that makes it a lot faster.
That makes it so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
So much less work. And elk capes are heavy.
I'm sorry, guys, we're out of time, but we will be back, so don't go away.
And we're back. This is the M2 Archery Show. Find us on Facebook at M2 Archery Show.
Find us on Instagram at M2 Archery Show.
Or email us at m2archershow@gmail.com.
Or just listen to us anytime you want on your favorite podcast platform.
Or go to the website, m2archershow.com.
And just find the podcast.
That's right.
I saw that box with the donuts on it on your desk right there, and it made my stomach growl. I was like,
Typical Marco.
Man,
That's not even donuts, that's coffee.
I know, but there's a
They're
picture.
coffee
It says original donut shop.
It's like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I was like, oh man.
You know what's funny is in the Northwest, we're actually pretty spoiled with coffee and, of course, I know
Donuts?
and beer.
Yeah.
We have tons of micro breweries and we have tons of coffee shops, right? You go back east,
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts is their coffee.
Yeah, in Boston, that's all you just had. There was like Dunkin' Donuts
And they've got black coffee.
Yeah. Some Starbucks.
That's perfect for me. I drink black coffee and I love donuts. I'm like, come on. What's the problem? It's win-win.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, we're talking about
caping. Well, we were talking about assessing. Are you going to cape this animal or not? Because that's going to depend on.
I'm hoping to this year.
And see, the caping is where Matt comes in.
Caping is where I come in.
Yeah, because
I've caped out a lot of animals. I have a few head mounts I've been pretty excited about. But here's the big thing. So I can always send more to my taxidermist. So I always go about halfway through the animal. So right where the gut line is, I'll kind of split that back behind the shoulder, where your hips to the armpit is. I kind of split that in half and even maybe favor a little bit more towards the gut line because they can trim it up. You can never get more.
You're saying you leave.
I leave that
all the
much,
chest.
So you leave all the chest. So then I cut a line. So what you're going to do is you find that point, and that's kind of my starting point of where I'm going to start my cut, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up the spine from there on. So I never start, whenever I'm caping, I never start from the back because I'm too worried about messing up and cutting the legs too short or cutting the chest up. So I'm going to start and I'm going to cut and skin the front half first, so I have that done. So I'll start from the halfway through. I'm going to find my spine mark and I'll start my cut right up the middle of the spine, all the way up to the base of where you can get to that joint. So there's a joint that makes it really easy to even snap an elk's neck. That if you cut through that joint, you can rotate it and pop the neck off. Because a lot of times, especially if you're packed back anywhere, it's really hard to get that neck off. And you don't want to sit there and saw it forever.
So where is that joint?
That's right where the head and the
right
neck.
Under the skull.
Right.
Yeah, right under the skull, right where that head and neck meet. There's a big joint, and you cut all the way around, cut the throat. But you need to make sure that you have everything skinned all the way up. Now, there's two ways of doing the legs. You can either tube out the legs.
Yeah, I've seen guys. The front legs,
legs.
Back legs don't really matter unless you're doing a full body mount.
Unless you're doing a full body mount, and that's why I'm saying we're doing the front half. So we're going to look at like shoulder mounts, or if you're doing a bear, you're doing a 3/4 mount. That's where you're going to go back further. You can always cut your cape, so you can always bring in something that's longer and have them cut it for you. You can never bring it in.
Right. It's better to have more than it is to have less.
Exactly.
And what I'll try to do too, Because there's a good chance I might get an elk this year.
Yeah,
You
right?
better.
I hope
You
so.
better.
24 years.
And I'm hoping my brother will be with me, and I'll try to video it when he capes it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's very like it's a big deal. There's quite a few videos. I was actually looking on like gutless method, how to do that. Also caping, they talk about that.
I remember when I learned the gutless method. I feel like we read it out of like a
Field and Stream.
yeah,
Reader's Digest. Or, I
Yeah,
don't know, what is
Reader's
it?
Digest or some old book or magazine is where we learned to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Even now, though, if you tell people you don't gut animals, they're like, "What?"
I know. They're like, what?
Oh, I wouldn't do.
I've only gutted 2 elk my entire life, and it was only because the guys basically made me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're like, no, that's what we do.
That's what you do.
Gut out.
Drag them out, right?
And I was
Because
like,
you were hunting with rifle hunters.
no, I was hunting with a bow hunter. It was.
He wasn't a real bow hunter. Just kidding.
You've gutted a lot of animals.
But it's just not worth it. So especially elk, because they're so big, it is so hard to manipulate them and get that stuff out, and it's just so much easier to do the gutless method. And then once you get your quarters and stuff off, here's the thing: you always want to get the head. If you're keeping the head, which you should, but you want to get the head before you get your legs. By the way, it makes your life a whole lot easier when
For
you're trying to
turning
twist
the
it.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
trying to get the head off.
I will say I've done it a lot without doing that.
Yeah,
But I will tell you what I carry in my pack that helps out, and that is 5150 cord.
550 cord.
550 cord, whatever it is. Yeah, I know why I said 5150.
You're thinking Van Halen?
It's a guitar amp. Yeah. I'm like, why did I go to 5150? Yeah, it's a guitar amp.
yeah.
But yeah, being able to tie the legs up while you're working on it. And other than that, you need people to hold it
Right.
for you. You know.
Yeah,
so.
you do. Especially if you don't have a partner or something. Yeah, if you're doing solo, you need to have that cord to be able to hold the legs. But cut that back, cut that head off, run the cape all together, and then put it in a bag. And I like to. So I lost a bear recently. It was a huge bear, and that's because I put the bear with the meat, and the meat spoiled, and it caused my bear hide to spoil too. So like bears and elk are notorious for rotting super fast because their bones are so hot
Yep.
that it'll actually rot out the meat if you don't take the meat off of the bones.
It bone sours, and we talked about
Bone
that
sours,
earlier.
yeah.
It's like, get the bone out.
Yeah, get that bone out immediately. It is so important. Like if you're in Eastern Oregon and you're driving all the way home, bone it out.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's like, it don't save you much to not, because you're going to bone it out eventually.
Well, and I had a guy that I was processing an elk for him, and he handed me the quarter. I'm like, nope, it's done. Like, it's dog food, dude. As soon as he brought it out, I'm
Now,
like,
saying that, I brought a lot of quarters home on the bone. I've done it, but if it's,
it depends on how long it's going to
if
be.
it's just outside of town and
Right.
I'm going home that evening.
Yeah, exactly. I've quartered out
I
tons,
brought
man.
deer home like that. It's just out of town. It's like, it's quick. And like Matt said, you'll, in that case, I'll gut them.
Or if you're in Eastern Oregon and you drop it off in a cooler and you got it in a cooler right away, sure, because it's that's pretty easy. I've seen people do that. I've done it a lot too, but it's easier. You're going to end up, if most butchers these days don't cut up elk anymore like they used to. Most of the ones that I go to are like, you bring in the meat to me, I'm not going to quarter this up for you. So you're going to have to debone it,
Right.
and it's a pain in the butt to get rid of that excess stuff and those bones. It's just so much easier to bring the bags and just do it right there and have it done.
Yeah. Yeah. I have never regretted boning out an animal, because you don't carry all that extra ribs and
How many have you taken to the butcher?
One.
Really?
And then I've had my brother's father-in-law help,
Oh, right.
and he's kind of a butcher. He can do it really fast.
So do you guys process all your own then?
Yep.
Pretty much,
absolutely.
yep. You know
And-
what you get. I've heard stories of people taking to the butcher and then they get it back and they're like, I don't think this was the meat I brought in,
Well, and
Which, how could you prove it?
Yeah, there's no way to prove it.
and like roasts, I don't do a lot of roasts anymore.
Right.
I like steaks because I can just throw them in the pan. So like that meat that would be a roast, I just slice it
Right.
into steaks.
Well, when we come back, we might do the roast of Marco. So anyway, we got to take a break. We'll be back.
And we're back. There's the M2 Archery Show. Find us on Facebook at M2 Archery Show.
Find us on Instagram at M2 Archery Show.
Or email us at m2archershow@gmail.com.
Or just go find us on a podcast or on our website. There's all kinds of places now you can find us. We've been all spruced up, new logos.
Yeah, we are unfindable.
Yeah, whatever that means. But yeah, my wife put a lot of work into getting the podcast together. And of course, I do the recording, but she did all the video stuff and putting everything together and editing video. And
Still's working on it.
Yeah, and she's getting a little bit grumpy because it's just hours and hours of editing. And she's also working on another project, and I'll just bring that up for those of you who might be interested. I know maybe Motown and archery hunting don't really go together.
Oh, you got to listen to some Motown while you're going archery hunting.
Weren't you talking about Stevie Wonder?
That's
you
right.
were saying something on the way in earlier. But so my wife and I are doing a documentary. It's called The Spirit Moves Through Motown, and we're doing a crowdfunding campaign right now. So, if you're interested in helping out, it's a great cause. It's we have the rights to the last living funk brother who were the studio musicians in Motown. And it looks like we may have some other Motown very famous artists involved in it too.
Like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, possibly Stevie. And so it's kind of an exciting project. But if you want to check it out, you can go to Spiration Films Facebook, or you can go to Seed and Spark, which is the crowdfunding. And I mean, just even giving $10 helps. $5, $10, because if you get 1,000 people to give $10, there's $10,000, to help get the project off the ground. But anyways, Jack wants to tell the story of how God moved in Motown. So it's kind of a neat opportunity, a story that hasn't been told. And so it's something we're working on. But.
So when you kill your bull in Wenaha, you need to play some Motown music.
Well, right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little worried they're going to want to film right during the middle of my hunt. And I'm going to be like, I've been waiting for 24 years for this.
24 years.
And they're going to want me there in LA with them. So I'm like, I don't know. That's going to be but I'm hoping and maybe we can just delay till October. I can miss rifle season.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have to take my daughters hunting.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. They're young. They got years.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm not going to miss the Wenaha. Well, maybe I'll go over there and get one first weekend.
Yeah.
My brother's like, probably your best chance to get a big bull is opening week.
Yeah.
You think so?
You know why that is?
Because they're looking for cows.
Because they're looking for cows. And because they're out roaming around. It's the time where they're out looking. And so just kind of taking your time and doing some cow calling and watching, a lot of times you can find those big bulls. Once they get a big herd, you got a lot more eyes you got to contend with to get in on them,
Yeah, it's a lot more. And it's weird hunting over there. Like, the bulls aren't as active when they are coming in because there's bugles everywhere.
Oh, right.
Like, it's just different.
And then they'll just show up.
Yeah, or no, they won't show up, or they'll grab their cows like later in the season and just push
take off.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of times it's kind of like where you have somebody in the background who's just kind of calling every once in a while, but not moving in, and you sniper in.
Yeah, we talked about that's probably a lot of the way we would do it.
Yeah, just
because you can keep them talking, but they won't necessarily come in.
They're not going to come in. That they'll want to listen to where you're at and send the hunter in and have them snipe it in.
And again, I think early season, and I've told my strategy that I use most of the time, and that is that I do a lot of cow calling. I'll do a ton of cow calling. I'll break brush. I'll sound like a herd.
Yeah.
I'll grab every call I got on my neck and my reeds, and even
he looks like Mr. T. He's got so many calls hanging on his neck.
I'll cow call through my bugle tube or whatever, and then. The trick is, though, it's not the cow calling. It's not how good you are at cow calling, because elk want to believe you're elk, right? They hear the sounds they naturally hear in the woods. They want to believe you're a herd of cows, right? The trick is shutting up. That's the trick, and shutting up for long enough to make them curious to come to you. And when I figured that out, I had the one year I remember specifically very clearly. The year I started doing that and practicing that, I called 9 bulls in a week.
Yeah.
And it was because... And it started clicking with me because I'm like, oh, yeah. And actually, it was Jim Horn. I was sitting down talking with him, and he was the one who told me, do this, right? And so I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense, because I don't know how many times I've called and called and called, and then all of a sudden I get up to move, and then I bump a bull.
Right. Yeah.
And it's because he was hanging out there, and he's listening to you talk, and he's going, okay, where's the cows? Where's the cows?
Waiting.
But I 100% think that the shutting up is what gets them to finally come, and that's because they're waiting, and then when you have the patience to stop calling, then they finally go, well, I wonder if they moved off away from me.
Kind of like what we do. It's like, man, I bet you they're just right over that ridge.
Maybe they're over the next hill because they didn't come to me. Yep. They're not coming towards me, so they must have walked away, right? And then they come.
Yep.
So it's that, and you got to shut up for like 25 minutes to 45 minutes. Sometimes it'll take that long, but I'm telling you, if you're in range of an elk, it works.
That's where the cat nap comes in.
Yeah. The problem with that is when they do come in,
you don't know it.
Yeah, you might not see them.
My oldest boy did that. I was rattling in a buck, and it was right in front of him, like less than 20 yards, and he had his back to a tree, and I was behind him. And I see him kind of slump over. I'm like, what in the world is he doing? I'm watching this buck, and I'm like, wait for him to draw. I'd look around and stuff.
He's asleep.
He was asleep, like out cold. And we had only been there like 10 minutes. I'm like, this dude got his back against, and we'd seen these deer moving up this draw towards us. And I'm like, dude, you get right here. I'll get behind you, do some rattling. And they're coming right up this draw. He wasn't down there 10 minutes. And he was out cold. Oh, yeah. I was like, what in the world?
I've heard more than one story of someone falling asleep and waking up with a deer like sniffing them.
I've seen the ones. Have you seen the ones where the guy falls asleep and there's like a bear sniffing him? Mm-hmm. Dude, that's crazy.
It'd be a little bit of a shock to wake up that bear right in your grill.
Oh, yeah. What do you do?
Oh, dude. You don't move.
Well, I mean,
you just go.
You just punch it right in the nose.
Really hard. I hope they hate the smell of urine because. Because if I wake up and there's a bear sniffing my face, he's going to smell pee.
I know we told bear stories last week.
It's going to depend.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories from being out hunting in the woods, I had a friend from high school, Dennis, and we hunted together for quite a few years after high school.
That guy was a menace.
Dennis the Menace. And we were hiking up this road, and it was kind of, they're not aspen trees, maybe they're ash or something, but the whole area was just this, and it was kind of dark. Right. The road went under this tunnel of trees, just an old closed road.
Is that where you guys found that little house made of candy?
No.
Oh, okay.
But we're walking up.
He was dropping bread along the
way. Right.
We're walking up the road, and here's a knot on deer leg, and then a whole bunch of just jelly fresh bear poop, And this was back before I ever carried a pistol. Yeah, it was like hot.
You couldn't carry a pistol.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us.
Yeah, you always could. They just told you couldn't.
They told you you couldn't. But anyways, we're walking up the road, and I go, man, there's a bear right here. He's here somewhere, Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah. I said, maybe we should. I said, I'm going to do my dying rabbit call. Let's call it in. He goes,
what are you, nuts?
He's like, aren't you scared? We just got our bows. I go, no, I'm a good shot with my bow. And it was kind of a tight area. Like there wasn't much room where we were. And I said, plus, all I got to do is outrun you, and I know I can do that.
Yeah. Problem solved.
It was funny. Yeah, I mean, you've heard the dying rabbit call. And it gets a little eerie when that's all you're hearing out in the woods, And he's out in front of me in this little landing. It's probably not 25 yards in circumference, just like, and he's watching just like really close. Like, where's this bear going to, because I mean, we know he's nearby,
Right.
And I'm just, just going. And all of a sudden, he finally starts calming down. I look up, and Dennis, he sticks his bow on the ground, and he looks down, see his shoes tied. I don't know what's going through his mind. Maybe that Nat's about to run, and he wants to make sure he don't trip on his shoelaces.
Yeah, exactly,
he's stretching. He's making sure his shoes are tied.
But he set his bow down, and I saw my opportunity. And he looks down, and he's tying his shoes right, and I just look at him, or I look towards him, and I yell, "Oh, crap!" And I just take off sprinting down the road the other way.
Nice.
And he's looking in every direction, trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out which way this bear is coming from. He's grabbing his bow. Arrows are flinging.
He's like, doesn't know which way to run. He's bouncing off trees,
throwing arrows at you along the way.
And then he sees me just busting up laughing down at the, at the other end of the road. And he looks at me and goes, "Thanks a lot. Now we got to go back to camp and change my underwear."
At least you didn't see him looking at you at full draw. Oh yeah. I'd rather taking an arrow would be so bad,
dude. It would be terrible.
Oh, because you'd know. Dude, and it wouldn't be like the movies where it's just like pling, it'd be like whoop, right through you, and you'd be like,
oh yeah. You just sit there for a second, then you just fall over.
Yeah, the reality would be like, this is not going to end well.
Yeah, can you imagine looking down and seeing a shaft just?
Oh yeah, no, you wouldn't even see a shaft.
It wouldn't even
see
stop,
blood
dude.
pumping out.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
And that's it, and then you'd fall over.
It depends on it. Maybe unless they shot you with a little kid's bow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, or a recurve.
Straight up in the air.
So when I was a kid, like probably 9 to 13, I used to go hunting with my dad all the time. We would always go hunting. Well, my dad one time hid and scared me like a bear. So then all the time, all I'd want to do is go hide and scared. So one time I go out with my dad's friend.
It's a good way to get shot.
Yeah. Well, this is before you could have pistols, at least, right? So I'm hiding. We had separated, and I came down off the mountain, and I saw he's coming up this road, and so I hide in some firs, and he comes right in front of me, and I jump out, and I just go, "Roar!" And he falls over backwards, and he's grabbing at a string. Doesn't even put an arrow in, just falling over, like he's trying to pull it back.
Fear induces a lot of different reactions.
Remember Sanford and Son? Oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming, Elizabeth.
You know what's funny is he didn't think it was that funny.
Oh, yeah,
he
no.
was so mad.
My kids would never do that to me in the woods.
Oh yeah.
They're like, my daughter's like, waking dad up when he's dead asleep is dangerous. Like
You're one of those fight sleepers.
Oh, my door opens up. Like if my bedroom door goes creak, I'm like, boom, instantly up with fists like ready to like somebody's gonna die. Yeah.
That's why I made you sleep over way across the campground.
Oh yeah, my daughter's like, do not wake dad up. It's like, yeah, that would not end well if like somebody jumped out at me in the woods. I wouldn't. I mean, I like to identify what I'm pulling the trigger at, but yeah. There would be weapons drawn, and I'm pretty quick when I'm scared.
I'm a quick draw.
Oh man, yeah.
I did that to my little brother when he was about 14 or 15, and he took off sprinting, crying,
just running away.
and
just
he was with my other brother Pete, and Pete just kind of jumped and went, "Oh!" And Seth just sprinted, and he's like bawling while he's sprinting.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, and these guys are hunting with you.
In his defense, he was like maybe 14 at the time.
14.
Wow.
Oh wow, man, that's a kid that's been picked on a lot at home.
Well, he had 2 older brothers.
Like you for a split second you were getting denied. Well, no.
And we were a lot older
Right.
than him. I kind of helped raise him because I was 13 years older than Seth, and Pete's like 11 years older than him. So yeah, we were a lot older.
Oh wow, yeah. And you're hunting
big difference.
You're hunting with both these guys.
Oh yeah, no, both my brothers are great hunters.
But Seth's the biggest out of the group, right?
Well, I'm the biggest.
Well, no, I mean,
If you want to get technical. No, Seth and I are the exact same height.
Oh, right.
And we're pretty much the same build. I think I got him a little bit in the center.
yeah, the center mass. He's
Although he's
all about
catching
the
up.
center
He's
mass.
catching up.
Dude, that's what happens when you get kids.
Yeah, he's catching up. So, but Pete's small. He's like your height, and
He
And
seems
your
like a pretty fit guy.
he is. He's very fit.
Yeah, so yeah, kind of like me.
Some kid last year in the Wenaha tried to follow him across the Pete's like, I'm going to go over there and check that area. And this kid that he met over there wanted to go with him. They had to send life flight for the kid.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. His dad had to go find him. No, he literally had to use his inReach to get a hold of his dad to have his dad come get him.
Oh, wow.
Because he turned around. He couldn't keep up with my brother. And my brother's almost 50 now, 48.
Do you guys have those inReach?
49.
Yeah, I have an inReach.
Do you have an inReach?
I do not.
Are you going to get one?
I try to keep people in reach. That's what I do. But, oh, man, it looks like we ran out of time. But it's good to be with you guys this week.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye. God bless.